This week on Golf Destination, we follow the trade winds to the breathtaking setting offered by the Rose Hall Montego Bay Golf Association in Jamaica and their 3 courses. The Half Moon at the Half Moon Resort, Cinnamon Hill at the Wyndham Rose Hall, and the White Witch at the Ritz-Carlton Golf and Spa Resort. If the allure of gentle trade winds, tropical climates, and fantastic golf interests you, we think we have just the perfect destination. It's in Jamaica and it's called the Rose Hall Montego Bay Golf Association. We sent John Dennis there to check it out.
Tell me about the Rose Hall Montego Bay Golf Association.
Okay, the Rose Hall Montego Bay Golf Association is an association of the 3 world-class resorts and the 3 championship golf courses that we have here, which are, as you probably know, the Ritz-Carlton Golf and Spa Resort here in Rose Hall, which operates the White Witch Golf Course. The Wyndham Rose Hall Resort and Country Club, which operates the Cinnamon Hill Golf Course. And the Half Moon Montego Bay Resort, which operates this beautiful Robert Trent Jones Senior course that we have here by the same name, the Half Moon Golf Course.
Why did it come into existence? What was such a good idea about getting these 3 entities together on the same page?
Well, we believe that we have the finest 54 holes of golf in the Caribbean. We believe that we have a quality of golf here that's unparalleled anywhere in the Caribbean and frankly anywhere in a lot of other destinations. Beyond the great golf that we also have 3 great resort products. We believe that we have a hotel product here for every pocketbook, for every need and desire. The Wyndham Rose Hall Resort and Country Club is great for families. They have all kinds of all-inclusive packages. Their Platinum package includes unlimited golf on the Cinnamon Hill course. The Ritz-Carlton is the Ritz-Carlton. And the Half Moon is an outstanding property. It's just a classic Jamaican, beautiful resort with a beautiful beach. And we believe that all of these things combined create a destination which is second to none.
The variety and convenience of the Rose Hall Montego Bay Golf Association's participating resorts and golf courses has made planning a Jamaican vacation easier.
Air Jamaica Vacations is now enabled to plan events, develop programs, bring more people down here together as a group rather than just individuals playing on their own. We're excited at this opportunity. It is exclusive for us because we have relationships here that enable us to get on island and build the event to more than just the golf itself. And we have a 3-day and a 5-day add-on golf package. And so the golfers are very, very pleased with the package because it includes the greens fees, advanced tee times, the transfers between the hotels and each of the golf courses.
The early stages of this partnership has enjoyed great success.
Once we get people down here and they experience the golf and the resorts, they keep coming back. So the response has been overwhelmingly positive.
Rose Hall is steeped in history and tradition, and an integral part of the history was the late John Rollins and his dedication to the Jamaican people and the island itself. Although he's passed on, his wife Michelle continues to carry on his vision for Rose Hall.
My husband had come here 40 years ago and was resting after a gubernatorial race and loved what he saw in Jamaica. He loved the people, the mountains, the water, and he said, I think I want to buy something here, and bought the Rose Hall Plantation, not a man to do things in a small way, and restored the Great House and built the Holiday Inn and built the Wyndham Hotel, the Cinnamon Hill Golf Course, and we were at the point where we were ready for the next step, and it was indeed the Ritz-Carlton and the White Witch Golf Course.
Is there an operating philosophy that this is what we can encapsulate in a single sentence or 2?
Well, the Ritz is famous for encapsulating their motivation, and it is ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen. So for us who love the Jamaican people so well, it's exciting to watch them rise to the occasion and perform that function so well. For the Rollins family, I think we just love the people and focus on the kids. They're the legacy, they're the next generation, they're the future of Jamaica. And so we try to do what we can in the scholarship area and in ways to introduce them to one of the best products Jamaica has, and that's the tourism industry. And the goal we have is to make Rose Hall a destination. It will have internal roads. You'll be able to go to all 3 golf courses. I mean, to have 2 Von Hagees and a Robert Trent Jones within 3 miles of each other is incredible. Half Moon, the Ritz, and Wyndham, have these wonderful assets. And so we'll be berming and landscaping and giving it an identity that allows golfers to just jump on their cart and utilize any one of the 3 courses.
Coming up next, we learn about the White Witch Golf Course and the woman it was named after. Now let's learn about the newest of the 3 courses, the White Witch.
The Robert Von Hagge designed White Witch is beautiful and alluring, but much like the person it's named after, Annie Palmer, it can also be dangerous. Annie Palmer, you see, was the notorious White Witch who was the mistress of Rose Hall Plantation in the early 19th century. She was purported to be beautiful and beguiling and was to have done away with 3 unsuspecting husbands. Ultimately, she was killed by her slaves in this very room at the Rose Hall Mansion. Some say she still walks the halls today. But don't let these tales of the afterlife consume you, because if you don't pay attention to the White Witch Golf Course, the layout there will exact the same punishment on your golf round that Annie Palmer took on her unsuspecting husbands. Ken Depew, the PGA professional at the White Witch, joins us now to tell us about this breathtaking golf course.
Can you give me a little sense of history about this golf course? It's relatively new and maybe unknown to a lot of people who haven't been here for a while. Tell me about the history of the White Witch.
We opened in August of 2000 with Shell's Wonderful World of Golf. Hal Sutton played Nota Begay. They played to even par in 18 holes, so it can be rather difficult from the back tees, especially when the wind's blowing. We are about 1,000 feet off sea level up here. 16 holes are overlooking the Caribbean. It was a dream of Mr. Rollins to create a golf legacy in Jamaica. And he brought in Bob Von Hagge, and he did the White Witch Golf Course and then went down and redid the Cinnamon Hill Golf Course. So it really created 2 more golf courses to match up with Half Moon to create what we're looking for as a Rose Hall golf destination.
Tell me about the golf course itself, the nature of the golf course. Is this a muscle golf course or more of a mental golf course?
Very much a mental golf course. It's I say you play 18 holes conservatively.
When people come here and they play their first round of golf with the White Witch and they come in and speak to you afterwards, what are their first impressions? What are generally the same repetitive theme that you hear from your clients every single time they come in?
I guess it would be blown away by the service. I get a tremendous amount of comments on how great the golf concierge or caddies are, and it's really surprising because this may be the most dramatic golf course I've ever seen, but almost all of the comments that we get are about how the players were treated by the staff.
So the White Witch has to be one of the big players in making Jamaica a real golfer's destination for the future and going forward.
Yes, Travel and Leisure Golf we're the #2 golf course in the Caribbean. So it's definitely a headliner, and it's, as you can see with the views, it's very dramatic.
Let's now take a look at the White Witch course. The elevation changes are remarkable as this golf course rises from 250 feet above sea level to nearly 950 above the Caribbean. The wind, coupled with downhill tee shots, makes club selection a priority. 16 of the 18 holes offer panoramic views of the Caribbean, but you must concentrate on the task in front of you, and that's easy to do because most of the holes lay out right before your eyes, as the White Witch offers very few blind shots. I like that in a golf course. The greens are Tiff Dwarf Bermuda and will have breaks that may not be recognizable to the visiting eye. That's why caddy concierges are so helpful. They are also some of the best caddies you'll find the world over and complete a wonderful playing experience at the White Witch. Here are some holes you'll definitely remember. Number 1 is a 3-shot par 5 with bunkers lining the right side of the fairway, and it's a good prelude to the elevation changes you're about to face. The 9th hole is a difficult par 4 that lays there waiting for your tee shot. The approach offers danger, with sand protecting the undulating putting surface. The hole people love to talk about is number 10, a demanding par 5 if ever there was one. 621 yards from the tips. It plays into the prevailing wind and requires 3 quality shots to reach the green. The The string of finishing holes is some of the best you'll ever play. The 14th is a downhill par 3 that's just flat out fun. The 15th gives you an option off the tee. Play it safe to the left or clear the hazard straight away and leave yourself with a little chip. The 16th, a par 5, is a potential birdie hole with the wind howling at your back. Ken talks about number 17.
It's about 165 yards downhill, 5 bunkers surrounding it, and there is a silhouetted dogwood tree behind the green.
Finishing up on 18, a wonderful closing hole where course management comes into play off the tee. It's an impressive collection of 18 wonderful golf holes.
Thanks, John. Up next, we tour the Wyndham Rose Hall Resort and Country Club and their Cinnamon Hill Golf Course. You know, the elevation changes at White Witch are tough to beat, but how about a course that offers 2 holes on the ocean and the variety of mountain golf? Well, Cinnamon Hill has that.
The Wyndham Rose Hall Resort and Country Club sits directly on the Caribbean Ocean, and it's home to the Cinnamon Hill Golf Course. The hotel features 488 rooms and suites and also includes 5 restaurants, 11,000 square feet of flexible meeting space, and tennis, plus a $7 million fantasy water park, Sugar Mill Falls. There's much to do beside the Robert Von Higge designed Cinnamon Hill Golf Course. It's a Caribbean favorite for families, couples, honeymooners, corporate and incentive groups, plus, of course, the individual golf traveler. So let's talk about the golf course itself, Cinnamon Hill. It's a diverse 18-hole layout. The front 9 brings you down to the water's edge, while the back 9 meanders through the foothills. Gary Slatter is the head professional. I had a chance to speak with him about this fantastic golfing venue.
Tell me about Cinnamon Hill. What is it, where is it, and why is it? Give me the little history, if you will, Gary.
Okay, well, Wyndham originally built a golf course in the 70s. That was completely rebuilt in 1999, opened in 2000, April 2000 as Cinnamon, well, it opened as Three Palms, changed to Cinnamon Hill to honor Johnny Cash's home, which was named Cinnamon Hill in 1747.
Tell me about the nature of the golf course. What will people find when they come there the first time?
Great variety. We have some ocean holes. The front 9 is very links-like. The back 9 is through a rainforest, up and down. Really good routing though. The holes follow valleys. You get some nice elevations, but you don't have to play from them or play up to them. You play through. It's very natural. Great variety. Most people come.
Would you say it's a muscle or a mental course, Gary?
Oh, a combination.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's about half and half. Listen to the caddy, and that's the mental part of it,
Yes.
and then play.
What do your customers say when they come in? What is their first impression of the golf course when they walk in? They say, Gary, I want to tell you something about your golf course.
Well, first they say the caddies were just wonderful. I've never had a caddy that helped me so much. Then they tell me about, they found a mixture of challenges, like there's no 2 holes that are the same, the 9s are so different, just the variety, the different challenges. All 3 properties, when I first came here, I thought, gee, we should have another golf course because people like to play different golf courses.
Sure.
And then it's natural, we had White Witch right next door. So we started cooperation between Ken and I, and then we got Half Moon involved, and now we've created a 54-hole operation, basically. You can stay at any hotel and play all 3 courses. And that's what, instead of us each building 2 more golf courses, we've got 3, we've got 54 holes.
So instead of 3 entities going in separate directions, you're all sort of pulling on the same rope.
Pulling on the same rope, but with 3 different experiences, completely different experiences. It's not like I go to some courses that have 5 courses, but they're all the same.
Right.
Okay, we have 3 completely different golf courses. We have the same architect involved in 2 courses, but completely different.
Let's take a look now at the deliciously inviting Cinnamon Hill Golf Course at the Wyndham Rose Hall Resort and Country Club. The first is a fine opening hole with plenty of room for your first tee shot of the day. It's a par 5, and the prevailing wind is at your back. The third hole is a 375-yard par 4 that plays all uphill and against the wind. The fourth is a challenging par 3 when the wind blows. The day I played, I muscled a 5-wood onto the green, playing it from 179 yards. Then you reach the fifth, a spectacular picture postcard golf hole. It's a downhill par 4 that takes you to the sea. Your approach has danger everywhere, with sand and water creeping into your mind no matter how hard you try to block it out. Number 6, a par 3, requires choosing the right club, or otherwise your ball sleeps with the fishes. The prevailing wind is left to right, so aim a little bit left of the green. The 7th is a challenging par 4 with an old aqueduct running parallel to the fairway. The green itself is smallish and fronted by water. The back 9 is a totally different experience and requires precise accuracy off the tee. 14 is the number 2 handicap hole on the golf course. This par 4 plays all downhill at 418 yards. Aim your tee shot at the right edge of the green. If you go left, you'll put yourself at risk for a difficult lie. Number 15 is a wonderful downhill par 3 of 172 yards. Don't be long and wind up in the devilish bunker behind the green.
What's your favorite golf hole on Cinnamon Hill?
Well, I think 17. Because it's coming near the end, it's a great finishing par 4, then it's very penal. If you hit it left, it's a problem. Hit it right, it's a problem.
The 18th is another good hole, a par 5 that if you don't draw the ball but instead cook your drive straight, you'll be in a bunker. Long hitters will have a chance to reach this in too, but your approach must clear a hazard and not end up in the bunkers surrounding the green.
Next, we head to the Half Moon Montego Bay Resort and their Half Moon Golf Club. Well, welcome back. John Dennis now completes his golfing trifecta with a feature on the Half Moon course. Now let's take a look at the oldest of those 3 golf courses.
The Half Moon has long been one of the Caribbean's most exclusive and complete resorts. This magnificent 400-acre estate encompasses gleaming white cottages nestled on 2 crescent-shaped beaches, plus an 18-hole championship golf course. Richard Whitfield is the managing director of the Half Moon. He tells us what to expect when you visit.
I think the first impact they'll have as they enter the property is that they're arriving at a hotel that is not a hotel. It's a resort of cottage and villa style living. It's not a high-rise building. They'll see open space, they'll see the Caribbean Sea almost anywhere they are on the property, and they'll live in the outdoors. They'll live on the balconies, they'll live on the verandas, they'll have breeze blowing in their face, cool breeze all day long, and it'll just be a totally different style of living to any other high-rise property in the Caribbean.
The Half Moon has also been the site, since 1997, for the David Ledbetter Golf Academy. It is the only Ledbetter Academy in the Caribbean. The Half Moon has had many prestigious awards over the years, including on the list as one of the 300 best hotels in the world as the finest resort in the Caribbean.
First of all, for people who haven't been to Half Moon, how would you describe the golf course? What is the character of the golf course?
It's a classic Robert Trent Jones design. It really is. It's a beautiful design, beautiful layout, beautiful green complexes, and not at all dated. I mean, this was opened in 1961-62, and we played it today from the back tees, and it's still a brood out there. It's still a tough golf course to play.
Would you say this is a muscle or a mental course?
But a lot of both. A lot of both. I mean, you've got to have There's quite a few long, demanding shots out here. 7,200 if you're going to play it all the way back. And you know, on a day like today when the breeze is blowing, as you can see, it's a couple of par 4s there you're hitting some woods into. But again, there's some par 3s where you've got to shape your shots, and there's some par 4s where you've got to tee off, and you've got to position to allow your second shot to get access to these pins.
What is it about Robert Trent Jones Sr.'s designs that stand the test of time in your mind?
Good question. He's teased. It's a classic trademark for Robert Trent Jones, as you know, the long landing strip tees. So that's as soon as you play on the golf course and you see those, you know you're on a Robert Trent Jones. His fairway bunkering is fantastic. The positioning of his fairway bunkering. The great thing that I personally like about when you stand on a Trent Jones hole, you know the type of shot that you've got to hit. There's no two ways, and maybe you can get a lucky bounce here. You know to get into prime position, you've got to hit a certain type of golf shot, and he defines that for you.
What do your customers say to you when they come back in the clubhouse with the Colwell? What are their general first remarks after they played this for the first time?
How playable it is. How playable. You and I both know that amateur golfers hate to lose a golf ball. Now, you can't lose a golf ball here at Half Moon. But having said that, if you hit the ball in the rough, you probably won't have a shot to the green because of the palm trees, because of the different types of foliage we have out here. So you will always find your ball, but you'll be having to probably chip out or manufacture a 1 in 10 shot to get it up there on the green.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh.
Robert Trent Jones Senior course is about to have some upgrading under the watchful eye of Jones' protege, Roger Rulewich. This charming course is great for walking and offers such a different experience from the other two partners of the Rose Hall Montego Bay Golf Association. The first 4 holes are all downwind, so get your birdies in early. The fourth is a 381-yard par 4 that features a split fairway. Get an even lie and have a short shot to the green. After that, it's all against the wind for the next 9 holes. Number 5 is a seemingly innocent par 3, but when that breeze kicks up, it becomes difficult to hit the green. The 9th is a straightaway par 4. The problem is, it measures 446 yards from the tips, so a well-struck wood or long iron is required to reach in 2. The back 9 is much like the front, demanding accuracy off the tee. The 14th is a dogleg right par 4, with sand lurking if you try to cut off the dogleg. 17 is a long par 5 that will most likely take you 3 shots to reach an elevated green fronted by bunkers. The 18th is a daring par 4 that has a receptive green.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed our visit to the Rose Hall Montego Bay Golf Association. It is a golf destination that truly offers great golfing variety. For Golf Destination, I'm Mike Dowling.